My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is November 3rd, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking like it's going to take off, okay? Now, I understand that we just had a massive red candle to the downside, but that was to be expected. We just retraced to the 236 of this impulsive wave, okay? And that's what happens, right? Usually, once you have an impulsive wave, 5 waves up, price typically retraces to the 382 or the 236, all right? So we're on the 4-hourly right now. Let's go into the 15-minute to just see that more closely, exactly what I'm talking about. Here's your 5 waves up. That impulsive 5-wave up move, okay, right there. And here's 5 right there, okay. And if you take the full measure of this, top to bottom, you see that we kissed the 236 right there on this A, B, C correction, okay. So that was to be expected. And now that we've retraced this impulse, we can move back higher, right? We've pretty much completed the impulse and correction, right? Everything has an impulse, everything has a correction. So that's why I'm saying that right here would be a great place to long, and I'm actually long Bitcoin right now up until, and I'll show you where. So let's remove this, clean up the chart a bit, remove that as well. So if just looking at the price action right now, I fully anticipate Bitcoin to near all-time highs, if not achieve new all-time highs today. However, the purpose of this video is to not only update you on what Bitcoin's doing, but also let you know that to be very cautious. Despite making an all-time high, potentially making an all-time high today, Bitcoin has a high probability of reversing course to the downside, okay? And I'll tell you exactly why. If you're subscribed to the channel, you already know why. But if you're not, let's go over this quickly, all right? So first and foremost, how high can it go, okay? Given what I'm seeing, Bitcoin can go as high before reversing course. It can go as high as approximately 73,000 US dollars before reversing course. Why? All right, let's zoom out to the 4-hourly. And what I just did is I pulled fibs on this A drop, okay? And just to explain, this impulse right here, all right, let's zoom out even more so everybody understands what I'm doing, okay? This is previous all-time high in May, okay? Or April, or whenever it was, right? This is the previous all-time high. This big drop signified the first leg of the correction of this impulse, right? This is a 5-wave impulse with the ending diagonal, 5th wave ending diagonal. This is your A leg, okay? This signifies the end of that impulse correction. First phase of the correction. Every correction happens in 3 phases. We know this, A, B, C, okay? Now, B wave, that's the rally. The B wave is essentially the counter to the trend of the reverse, or the trend of the correction, right? It's the relief rally, if you will. That's what we've been in. This is what we're still in, okay? And in order to sort of, why am I saying the B wave's done? Okay, so the B wave, just measuring from this A wave, the B wave could have gotten much higher, but the B wave just finished, and we have confirmation of that. Why? Because we have a break in trend. Here we got a break in trend on in mid-October when we got this A wave of this B wave. And understand that all these waves happen in 3. So A, B, C, okay? A, B, C. The C part of the B wave is a 5-wave impulse, okay? And this 5-wave impulse broke trend with this A wave, Okay, that's how I know it's over. That's how I know the B wave is finished. And the highest it can go is the secondary B wave of this, which is 73K. Okay, and the secondary B wave can go as high as 73K. Why? Because Fibonacci or Elliott Wave theory states that you can get something called an expanded or irregular flat correction, and that irregular flat correction can go as high as the 1618 of the A wave. So this is why Bitcoin can go as high as 73K and still be in this correction, still be a valid sort of B wave. I hope that doesn't lose anybody. If it did, rewind, go over it little by little, because there's a lot there, and I'm basically explaining Elliott Wave theory and corrections, and that's some of the most challenging things in Elliott Wave theory, right? Corrections. If you can get that, you really get to the next level in charting and trading. Okay, so how do we set the targets for this B wave? Again, it happens in 3 waves, just like it happened in the larger time frame here, right? You see 1, 2, 3. Let's zoom back into the 4-hourly. You're getting the same exact thing. You have your first phase, your second phase, A, B, C. C is going to happen in 5 waves, okay? And right now, you seem to have gotten, let's see, is this a valid 2-wave? It is not. Why? Because we know that 2 waves only retrace to the point between the 0.5 and the 618 of the first wave. And if you measure this from top to bottom, you see that we've retraced more than the 0.5 to the 618. Actually, let's turn this around. Go bottom to the top. Let's turn the magnet off. Yeah, it's likely. It's likely because you got some wicking, okay? High time frame. So the 2 wave is supposed to retrace between the 0.5 and the 618, minimum 382. And so you see that it stopped, the body stopped at 0.5, wicked down to the 618. There's some small wicking below the 618. So this actually is a valid 2 wave. I recant that. This is a valid 2 wave, okay? So this is one. Remember, the last wave of this A, B, C is a 5-wave impulse up, okay? So if this is 1 and this is 2, we've started 3, okay? Basically, yesterday it was. Here, let's just draw this out. I think it's yesterday. No, November 1st. 2 days ago, we started 3, okay? So this is the 3rd wave. And so this is one way we can track this uptrend, okay? Also, remember, on this channel, we track uptrends with channels. And we learned something the hard way that, your count can be off and it can throw off your trades. So one of the best ways to count the uptrend is just channel it, okay? And once this channel breaks, your uptrend is finished. But right now, so we don't have too much data for a channel to make much sense. So we're just going to track it with the Elliott wave. So let's say that if that was veritably a 1 wave, that was veritably a 1 wave, that the 3 wave we all know can go as high as the 1618, between the 1618 and the 2 of the 1 wave, right? So we'll take that right here. So we can anticipate the 2 wave, or the 3 wave rather, to end up here-ish. May be that the 3 wave ended here. It's close to the 1618, okay? That's close to the 1618. So let's say that this was the end of the 3 wave. That was the 3 wave. This was the wave 4. Let's see if it's a valid wave 4. We know that the wave 4 can only retrace between the 2, 3, 236 and the 382, right? Or typically retraces between the 236 and the 382 of the 3-wave, okay? All right, let's see. Now, see, that invalidates it because this is the maximum retracement for the wave 4 pullback, okay? This is not a valid wave 4 pullback. This is all the way down here. So that invalidates that count. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's useful because you guys can see how you can work these things out. And, you know, some people who don't know anything about Elliott Wave analysis think it's completely subjective, but no, there are rules to this. And by using Fibonacci to help with your count, you can really see exactly where you're going. So I'm going to say that this is not a valid count. There's too much wicking on this 2-wave. It's retraced too much. This 4-wave, this wave 4 is not it, okay? And it's unlikely that this be first part of a wave 3 because, you know, the maximum target is 1618. So that's way too much action to be one wave, right? And then also the retracement of this just doesn't make it valid, okay? So just erasing that, we can see that right now it may be that we're possibly not yet in the B wave. Let's see. If we're in the B wave, okay? The B wave is comprised of A, B, C, okay? We probably haven't started the C wave of this B wave, okay? We're probably still in the B wave of it. So this is probably what I'm seeing now. So let's say we're not exactly sure, and I'm not sure right now what to make of this using Elliott Wave theory of this price action here, of this B wave. We can just resort to pattern analysis, okay? And pattern analysis gives us an inverse head and shoulders here that I'm going to draw out really quickly. Let's see. And one of the best things I've found in charting and trading is acknowledge your blind spots. Acknowledge what you don't know. It's very powerful, right? Because when you know what you don't know or what you're unsure about, you make better decisions, right? You don't act like everything is for sure, or you're acknowledge your insecurities or acknowledge your blind spots, because that will preclude you from making, very, very serious mistakes, right? It'll mitigate your risks. So this is what I'm doing here. Like, I'm abandoning my Elliott Wave count here because I can't make heads or tails out of this. It looks to me from the outside like it's A, B, and this is started C, but I can't make this wave count out, at least not on this time frame. And soon I'm going to go on to the larger time frame or smaller time frames to see if I can't make it out. But for now, I would use pattern analysis, and this inverse head and shoulders would give us a target of, let me get my line out, the bottom of the head to the neckline. Let's turn the magnet off. To the neckline, and then the breakout from the neckline would give us 67,952. Okay, so 68K, you would get a new all-time high. So that is what pattern analysis gives us. And one final try on a smaller time frame to see if we can't see some more definition, right? Let's see. So if this is A and this is B, this would be C, right? Starting out with this looks to me like a leading diagonal, and you get leading diagonals in wave 1. Okay, so a leading diagonal This would be wave 1. Let's see if that's a valid wave 2. Let's pull it the other. No, that was right. That was right. Let's see. See, that retraced all the way to the 382. It should retrace only between, or actually, let's pull it the other way. Yeah. I like to look at these retracements this way. Okay, this is valid. This is it. This is it. This is wave 1. This is wave 2. We're about to hit wave 3. Okay, because this right now just stopped on the 618, which is valid. Okay, that's the maximum retracement to 2 wave. Okay, so let's put this count in really quickly, and let's see if there's confluence in this count with our pattern analysis. So I hope you guys are getting value from this, like, just working out this count and using the various strategies to see what's going on the charts. I like to do this prior to recording, but I also like to do some live so that you guys can see my process. And I think that is some of the most helpful things, just to see how it's possible to. So I'm just going to draw it out, roughly without measuring. But now I'm going to use my fibs and measure. So if we have this 1, and we know that 3 can come up to between the 1618 and the 2, right? So let's just have it here somewhat. And 4 can retrace only to between the 236 and the 382 of 3, approximately there, and 5 would be, all right, let's actually measure that 4. That 4 would come about here. Yeah, that's correct. That's within the realm of possibility. And then the 5 would be between the inverse 1618 of the 3 wave, roughly. Okay, it actually can go between the 1236 and the 1618, right? So anywhere between here and here, or we can take the inverse of 4. Inverse of 4, which would be like this. So inverse 1618 of 4 between the 1236 and the 1618. So let's just say somewhere around here. This is confluent with what we just pulled, right? And let's do it again really quickly. See, this is how you get confluence. And confluence, for those of you who are not subscribed, is basically when you're using a variety of methods and you come to similar conclusions. So your conclusions on the charts have more credibility, right? Because here, this is coming here. I want to capture that wick. Let's turn this magnet off. Let's capture that. Let's capture this. This wick here. Okay. All right. And now let's take this from the top there. Okay. More or less. Okay. There is confluence. I do anticipate 68, a little bit over 68 to be the target. And I hope you guys saw how I did that. I hope you guys appreciate all that analysis. That's basically how I'm getting my target to the upside for Bitcoin. All right. Hope that was helpful. Hope that was useful. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.